System is heading our way. That's why our weather team has declared today a KARE 11 weather impact alert starting at 2 today.
But yeah, it's not until later today, but of course it's going to impact folks. Unfortunately, a lot of people, John, have Valentine's date plans. They got to pick up the kids from school.
Absolutely. We got those plans in our household. We're going out. I'm not changing my plans at all. I am going to give myself extra time. I think that the impacts are going to be just time, depending on how you're driving and what you're driving. 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. is the impacts. Again, you can see in the afternoon here today. Obviously, the evening rush, I think it's going to be worse, probably around that 4, 5, 6 time slot. It's going to be an enjoyable snow. You just want to make sure you're not trying to go to things on time. Things are going to slow down. The evening commute is actually, literally almost choked on my own saliva. Nice. 34 degrees in Marshall right now. You can see going up to the Twin Cities, we're at 11 degrees warmer than yesterday. We're warming right now. So that's so nice. I don't want to ignore this either. 15 degrees in Marshall, 15 actual degrees. And -3 in Brainerd. You guys were at 30 below 2 days ago. Here comes that warm front. You can see warm front moving in. There is the warm front moving right up to Brainerd. That's why you're still below 0 right now. We just need that moisture, and that comes in the afternoon. So the warm front is one piece of the equation. The second is going to be the moisture, and you can see clearly Hennepin County east is where we're expecting a lot of moisture and snow, and that is Wisconsin. Not so much central Minnesota. We'll time this all out for you, let you know how much we're expecting in your forecast. Cece?
Hey, good morning. Happy Valentine's Day. Taking a look at this situation I've been tracking for maybe 15 minutes. This is not too far from downtown St. Paul, 94 westbound as you're trying to make it to 61 southbound. It looks like a semi is maybe stuck. That's what we're kind of thinking here, stuck under this overpass, but it's blocking this left lane. So the left lane is closed. It looks like you can still sneak by this here on the right side, and it looks like it's early enough in the morning where it's not causing a huge backup. I'll let you know if that changes. Otherwise, things pretty quiet around the metro. You're not going to see super slick roads at this point in the morning like you may see later on in your after work commute, but I'll keep an eye on that crash and show you more when I see you next.
Thanks. All right, we'll check back in a bit. Thank you, Cece. Well, let's take you live to South Minneapolis right now. You're looking at West 50th and Penn Avenue, which is still shut down right now because of that massive water main break that happened yesterday right before our sunrise newscast. Crews will be out in the next few hours repairing the street after having to dig it up to find the busted pipe. They say they hope to have the street filled and repaved by today. And this is what it looked like about 24 hours ago, and it left 3 people displaced from their apartments above the businesses there. City officials say the building will be closed until a safety assessment can be done.
Turning now to a shocking announcement in the last 24 hours that's shaking up the political landscape in Minnesota and across the country.
Senator Tina Smith says she won't be seeking re-election in 2026, and this morning all eyes are on who could take her spot.
Michelle Beck is joining us from the newsroom now. And Michelle, what is Smith telling her supporters this morning?
Well, good morning, guys. Senator Tina Smith is waking up back home after what's been a day, as she wrote online. Her announcement revealed she wants to spend more time with family, and you'll hear more of the reason from her in just a moment. But first, Minnesota's junior U.S. Senator has almost 2 full years left in her term, and by the end of it, she'll have served almost a decade. Senator Smith started as Lieutenant Governor Smith until she was appointed to succeed Al Franken, who, by the way, said Smith has admirably served Minnesotans. From being appointed, Smith went on to win a special election her first year in office, then in 2020 secured her current 6-year term. It marks a political career she is now ready to let go.
After 20 years of hard and rewarding work in the public sector, I'm ready to spend more time with my family. So this decision is not political, it is entirely personal. But it's not lost on me that our country is in need of strong progressive leadership right now, maybe more than ever.
Yeah, so the question is, who will fill that empty seat? It may just take a showdown between Minnesota's governor and lieutenant governor to determine the answer. I'll break down what we know so far about those big names and more coming up, guys, in the next half hour.
Oh, the next couple of years are going to be very interesting. Michelle, thank you. In 5 hours, a 1-mile march will begin for Minnesota Missing and Murdered Indigenous Relatives Day of Remembrance. Earlier this week, people screen-printed messages of solidarity on thousands of shirts to wear today. The march will begin at the Minneapolis Indian Center starting at 11. According to the Minnesota BCA, Indigenous women make up less than 1% of the state's population and yet account for 10% of missing women here in Minnesota. 716 Indigenous persons went missing last year. More than half of them were women.
We have an update right now on a story that we first told you yesterday here on Sunrise. The Minneapolis City Council is now tabling a controversial proposal to delay funding for violence prevention groups. The money is typically awarded to community groups, has been under scrutiny. Some councilors allege there's mismanagement and little oversight within the department that oversees the $1 million in question. The plan would temporarily move the money to Hennepin County. Opponents are arguing services to those most at risk would be disrupted. The City Council also voted in the last 24 hours to pause construction at George Floyd Square. Members wanted to look into a plan to close the intersection of 38th and Chicago to cars and make it a pedestrian plaza. Mayor Frey says he supports a flexible open concept that would allow traffic flow but would close the intersection for events.
Time now 6:07, and in case you forgot, today is Valentine's Day, so here is your reminder. Also known as the Flores Super Bowl, the busiest fresh flower day of the year.
That's right, Bachman's designers have been busy really for weeks now leading up to today. Audrey Russo's there this morning giving him a helping hand, aren't you, Audrey?
I don't know about that, but I did just learn the word ranunculus for the first time. And now I'm holding one. Now we're inside their design room right now where we've got some very, very, very beautiful displays, some awesome designs going on here. These are all going to be probably sold today, possibly by somebody who forgot it was Valentine's Day. They've got about 1,000 deliveries already preset and ready to go. So now these awesome designers are here working on some of the day of projects. I want to show you a little bit more just the inside of this room because you wouldn't believe it because it's not just flowers. Obviously, this is a floral center. They've got to have flowers that are ready to go. But when you think about what goes into an arrangement, you've got to have a variety of vases, right? So this is just a small selection of what they have that you can pick from in order to get your flower design. They've got rows and rows behind me. They've also got some awesome ribbons here because everybody's got a favorite color. Everybody wants a little something different. So a whole variety of that. And just all the flowers that are going to be made here today, just incredible. I want to show you the tables where they're going to be made. They've got a lot of stations. I'm told that we're about a half hour away, about 30 minutes away from really the biggest rush of designers coming in. So this is the calm before the storm. Coming up, we're going to be talking about what some of the different rose colors mean, what they can signal to that someone special or maybe somebody who's not so special. I'll have more on that. Good morning. I'll have more on that coming up in 30 minutes. But for now, Jason, Alicia, I just wanted to ask, are you guys a garden? Because I'm digging you.
Oh, that's ranunculus. Is that the name of your flower?
This is a ranunculus.
Ranunculus. Okay.
Ranunculus, close enough.
I'm trying. She's just doing so well this morning. Thank you, Audrey.
Shout out to all the
Appreciate it.
people working behind the scenes there to get those together. Tell them that we love them, please.
They're